Yo, every Wednesday night, you better tune in tight. At 7 p.m. CST, we bring in that insight. Halas Hall Report, best podcast in the game. Stats and facts, you'll remember the name. Host Ken Dub got the knowledge on lock. Co-host Woody the Bear fan, talking all that talk. 3 Bear fans chilling, opinions on the side. We're here for the love, riding that Bear pride. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Lions think they're fierce with Dan Campbell's call, but all that greed ain't gonna help them at all. Same old story, we know how it goes. They just can't compete, everybody knows. Minnesota Vikings always talking smack, but when it's game day, they ain't got the knack. Sitting on the couch while we're making a stand. Over here in Chi-Town, we're the best in the land. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. Packer fans yell blow pack blow, but can't see the truth. We're stealing the show. Rivalry heated, but we stay real cool. Halas Hall Report, yeah, that's the rule. With every episode, we build that hype. Stats and team news, we got the right type. Fan base strong, we ain't looking back. 2025, it's a winning attack. So gather round fans, put your hands in the air. Every Wednesday night, we're breathing that bear. Join the revolution, watch the magic unfold. Halas Hall Report, we're breaking the mold. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. So mark your calendars, don't miss a beat. Every Wednesday night, Halas Hall can't be beat. Stats, facts, team news on deck. Halas Hall Report, what did you expect? 2025, the Bears are here to stay. Blue and orange in the north, leading the way.
Well, we lost Ken. There he is. I'll host the show today.
There we
Ken.
go.
You know what I'm saying? My mic was muted and everything. I was set to go.
I know. Good morning. It's a bye week, Woody. These things happen, man.
Yeah. I know.
Wait, we got another mic. We got 2 avatars.
Whoa. What is the occasion?
Hello, gentlemen.
What is the occasion? We have both mics on. One mic said he can come on Wednesdays, back on the show, but I haven't seen that mic in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
but both mics on a Sunday, Ken. What the fuck is the occasion? Bye week.
It's got to be bye week.
Bye week. Yep.
Or it could be that the Browns are beating the Vikings. That could be it.
It's a lot of time left. Cleveland's a scary team with their defense, but this is a little bit of a surprise here, I think. But we'll see what the Vikings can do with Hall of Famer Carson Wentz. And
you think he's on the Hall of Fame? Really?
No, I'm fucking kidding, Mike.
Okay, Jesus, that's what I figured. I thought you were being sarcastic.
I mean, we might as well trade DJ Moore too for But
you know what? I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that the other day. I was telling Tim that we might trade him, but I was like, wait a minute. DJ does get a lot of attention and gets Rome open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, people
I trade mine from DJ to Cole Kmet. I'd rather trade Cole.
Oh no, not with this, not with Ben Johnson and his love of running 2 tight ends out there. But no, it was funny though. Woody, because talking about the current game going on. I actually took Cleveland because I've been saying all year, like Cleveland's defense is scary good. If they get any kind of competent quarterback play, they're in every game because they don't have to put up 30 points. They don't have to put up 14 or 20. And Gabriel, look, he maybe doesn't have the mental acuity for the game that, say, the old man did. But the old man's, like, you knew what he wanted to do, but his body betrayed him, right? And he wasn't able to do it. Now they got a kid, with a good, strong arm. He can run the ball. He can run, which the old man couldn't. And now they're getting decent quarterback play.
Nice catch.
Yeah, I'm saying that the last touchdown throw he made was a nice throw too. They're getting decent quarterback play, and look at they're beating Minnesota 17-14 right now.
Now, Ken, would this be I don't know, this is the first time a team played overseas twice in the same season, correct? Or Jacksonville do that?
Jacksonville does it every year.
Well,
Back to back?
almost. They're not doing it this year. Yeah, usually because remember Jacksonville has they have their own facilities in London because they own the Premier League.
The
team.
owner owns the soccer team.
Right.
Yeah, he's got a Premier League team, so they have all their own facilities.
The other football.
Yes.
But this is the first time, though, Woody, where the Vikings are the first team to play back-to-back overseas in two different countries.
Right, and it would be a shame to get back-to-back losses, but now with Minnesota driving, it looks like Justin Jefferson's driving them. But there's still 10 minutes left, so see what happens.
Yeah. Hey, maybe you can get lucky and get some sacks for your fantasy.
Garrett, but yeah, well, shit, here, don't get Mike started, please.
Well, we got to do that somehow, man.
Right. But you know, this division's, you know, Bears are obviously in the basement at 2-2. So this division's still up in the air with the Green Bay tying. Of course, you know, believe it or not, it's not a loss, but it's not a win. That might hurt come playoff time.
Oh
like if you know, wild card and stuff like that. But you know, we'll see what happens.
Well, if Minnesota goes to 2-3 today, that puts us in a really good spot because we talked about it Wednesday. The next 5 the Bears have. If the Bears go 5-0 or 4-1, we're probably sitting pretty decent. And looking at the schedule, there's no.
You fucker! Wasn't Garrett? All right. Fuck.
So
miss this motherfucker. Miss it.
But Ken, on the flip side of that, say if Cleveland wins today and Minnesota's 2-3.
I'm sorry, guys.
What's
ahead.
that, Mike?
I'm trying. I bet the under on the total.
But Minnesota beating us, the Chicago Bear loss week 1 makes us that loss even worse if they go to 2-3 because very well Minnesota could be 1-4 right now if they lose this game.
So, but with it being a week 1 loss, though, it's not like an oh my god week because look at week 1, look how bad the Lions looked, and now look what the Lions look like.
Right, but it still counts in the standings, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, look at we get them again, so we can if we split with the Vikings, all is good. In terms of that, you know what we got to do is beat Green Bay twice, really.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's the cure all, right? Because let's say we split with the Lions. Let's say we can split with the Lions. Let's say we split with the Vikings, because that's the best we can do with them. If we can sweep out the Packers, which, sorry, many Packer fans will hate all days long, but if we could do that, that helps with tie breaks, right? Because Green Bay beat the Lions and this, that, all these, you know, tie breaks depending on the rest of the division does.
Right.
But we still could be sending 3, maybe 4 teams to the playoffs depending on how this plays out. But the NFC West, dude, I mean, you know, they're putting up some their records are pretty nice out there.
And the tough thing about Detroit, they're going to be coming to Chicago when it's a little cold.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Detroit coming too, that's the last game of the season, right? You know, they may have whatever seed, you know, seeds might be locked. It might be one of those games where it's like no one can gain anything.
Right.
It doesn't stop the Packers or someone from getting in, so it might be one of those games. That's the only thing I hate about these games, like divisional games in week 17, you know, 16, 17. It's like
last year when we beat the Packers. Oh, we rest our starters.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody's professionals. All these teams are professional players. They draft them for a reason. So you're telling me that when Packers rest their starter, their depth sucks? That's why we beat them? Come on.
They were still playing for seeding at that time.
Mm-hmm.
They were. So, hey, Mike did some slides, and because he doesn't make Wednesdays, but he's here for Sundays.
Woo!
Yeah,
rubbing it in, baby.
We'll recover a few things first from the season here. Look at week 3. Caleb wins FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Week, and the
was
NFC. Yeah, you were NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Then, of course, last week we had the Special Teams Player of the Week with the block.
Mhm.
We like that. Some other things here. Roma Dunze, of course, he's got at least one touchdown through the first 4 games. He's the first Bears player to do it since Walter Payton. And there's only, so that's a pretty rare air to be in right there. He's very quietly putting together a monster season.
Mhm.
Then the strange but true Luther Burden has a 100-yard receiving game, but only has 99 yards receiving on the season.
We must have a couple screen passes that were -10.
Yep.
Yeah, he went -2 yards in week 4. Of course, we talked about this. The number 1 overall pick TD and interception ratio through the first 21 games. He's the best in NFL history right now, which is not surprising in the terms because the one thing that I think even his detractors will tell you is he's good at protecting the football.
Yeah, but you can't really throw interceptions when you're getting sacked. So when he's getting sacked, he doesn't throw the ball. Just doesn't throw the ball up for anybody up for grabs.
His TD to interception ratio though, he is throwing the ball. Obviously, he's got touchdowns, right? 28 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So yeah, I granted what you're saying, Woody, but that's still a nice stat because at least he's not fumbling the ball or throwing interceptions. How's that, Woody?
Yeah,
I'll clear that one up.
That's good. Good point. Oh, here we
Bear
go.
down Mike's favorite slide that I did not make because it's PFF.
That's why I made it, because I knew Mike would love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
But
Go Pack, go. Jaden Daniels is playing. He said he'd be back for week 5. So,
and of course we made Ashton Jeanty the rookie rushing leader last week. You're welcome, Jeanty. We're more than happy to help you. The list, though, if you can tell, we have a player in the top 10 with 62 yards, so that should tell you a lot about the rookie rushing leaders list. And that's when Minagi is not running backwards because he does like to run backwards.
And Ken, there's a Woody at number 7.
There is a Woody there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, but look at Scattaboo. Huh? Scattaboo.
Yeah.
Judkins is going to move up that list. Look, I got Judkins and Hampton in my fantasy league. I don't know how. I literally just picked up Judkins this week. So go figure.
Yeah, he's running the shit out of the ball right now.
Yeah. And
interception leaders. Look at Tremaine Edmonds is on this list. Byard be on the list. Not surprised. But Edmonds with his 2 picks against Dallas on the list. This is early. And of course, this was supposed to be the secret surprise one because how much we talk about Edmonds, but look at he's in the top 6 for tackles in the league.
And he's one of the players that had to. I bet somebody told him, like maybe a coach, say, "Hey, you better play your ass off. You might not be in this team next year." Yeah. And he's playing like it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Judkins
all the time.
Well, real quick, Judkins
right now. He has not had a season under 100 tackles.
Judkins, however, who's on that list of rushing leaders for rookies, does lead all rookies though, averaging 79 yards per game.
And he has 112 right now.
Yeah, I know. My fantasy league is loving it.
21 rushes, 112 yards.
Yeah.
Hey,
kids. So, yeah, Jordan Daniels is out. We'll look at the schedule again because the mics weren't here. Woody and I talked about it, but we can bring the schedule back up for the mics. We could win more. Our next game is against Washington Monday Night Football, so we get like the bye plus because it's Monday Night Football.
I hope Jaden Daniels supposed to be back, right?
Today.
Jaden Daniels is playing today, yeah.
Okay. I want to go into that game him playing. That way, if we do beat him, they're like, oh, it's because Jaden wasn't playing. I don't want to hear that crap.
Yeah, I really don't care who their quarterback is when we play them. I don't care who's playing and not playing that week for them, as long as we beat them. But I get
That
what
was
you're
a
saying, though.
touchback. That was a touchback.
But
That's the goal line.
so we get the Commanders next week, Monday Night Football. Woody and I have talked. Woody
Dude,
and I.
timeout. He did not step on that goal line. That better be reviewed. I just that review right there. I still see the green in
Man, I'm
between
so
the
far
goal line.
behind you guys on my stream here.
All right, go ahead, Ken. I'm sorry. I just want to be a commentator there.
No, that's fine. So Mike, what do you guys think about the Monday Night Football Bears Redskins?
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I think it's revenge from last year for sure.
Oh yeah, I think the one guy who's gonna want to make up for what he did would be Stevenson, right? He's gonna want to make up for what he did last year with the Hail Mary and just tip it into the guy's hands. We definitely need to come back in with a run game. We have to have a run game.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I can see what you're saying because he did make the play on it and got the unlucky tip back versus tip forward. Sure. I think overall it's just a team revenge game because they fought so hard to get back in it and lost on a freak, on a 50-50 ball, basically.
Shit.
What? No breakfast sandwiches today.
Fuck.
Oh.
Sandwiches, Billy. Speaking Washington's a up and down team. They are, scary. Debo's playing great for him. Depends how healthy Scary Terry is.
Yep.
I think he'll be healthy because he's sitting out today. I think they're saying he could have probably played today, but they're still sitting him, so they're trying to get him healthy. I think he's good for Monday Night Football.
But I think I'm with Mike. I mean, I think Tyreek's going to have a revenge. I can do this game, make up for last year.
Yeah.
Tyreek's been having a revenge season.
Yep.
He's going to want it more during that game, though.
Yeah, he's going to want it.
Somebody told him, like, hey, you need to get on your ass. You need to make up for what we're missing out on Jalen. And he's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time, brother, that we had the same bye week. It doesn't. Well, actually, don't we have the same bye week most weeks, most years?
No, I don't know.
Well, usually you get at least two teams
last
in the
year,
division on the bye.
We were, 4-2 when we went on the bye?
Yeah, but who had the bye the same week we did? Was it the Vikings, maybe? So, like, once every 3 years, we have the same bye week as the Packers or so. But, yeah, I mean, last year, though, it's funny because we were all feeling good at 4-2 going to the bye. And then week 8, the wheels fall off. Right now, we're 2-2 going to the bye, and we're all like, thank God for the bye because we're in a good place. And we're going to actually get people playing that haven't played all season, like Edwards, like Spidey. It's like, okay, wait a minute, we might be able to do some things now. And we look at the next 5 games. We got the Commanders in Washington, revenge game. We get the Saints at home. Then we go to Baltimore. Then we go to Cincy. Those first 4 games, the Commanders are the only test in that first 4. And then the 5th game before we start division plays, we get the Giants at home.
But like we were talking, Ken, on Wednesday, I think this is a very important stretch because our end of the year is really tough with the end of our division games and stuff. So I'm thinking 1 loss in this stretch.
Got to be no more than that. Yep.
No more than one. No more one. No more one and more than 1 loss. Yes.
So after we get that 5-game stretch is when we get into the tough piece of the schedule.
Yep.
At the Vikings, at home with the Steelers, at the Eagles, at the Packers, the Browns at home, the Packers at home, at the Niners, and then we finish out with the Lions at home.
Oof. They're all scary teams. Even I wasn't so nervous about the Niners, but the way they played, Thursday night against the Rams, they got to be scared. And Kittle's hurt. Kittle's not playing.
They've been playing better though with Mac Jones than they have with Purdy though.
Yeah, they have been.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not like, the Steelers will be an interesting game because they still are trying to figure out their identity. Is it their defense? Is it their offense? Eagles, though, that's going to be tough. The Browns is a game that I think everyone looked at the schedule and said, "Oh, that's a game we should win." But dude, they destroyed they beat the Packers. They're beating Minnesota right now. Yes, Detroit blasted them, but that's because the Browns' offense gave them a lot of short fields to work with last week. I don't know, man. That's going to be a tough game for us.
Right.
Yeah, that defense is going to be sick.
And what makes it even worse is it's Packers, Browns, Packers on our schedule.
Huh.
I'm
really not that scared of the Packers. I'm not too worried about them.
I'm not either, unless we don't have a run defense.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We can't stop the run, we're going to get cooked.
But Woody and I talked about this Wednesday, I think with some of the guys coming back that helps fix the run defense, just with some of the guys returning.
Right.
Edwards coming back, Spidey comes back, that helps the run defense a little bit. Jarrett will be back. Grady Jarrett will be back, of course. So he only missed the one game. I think that helps the run defense a little bit because we get some more linebacker and cornerback pressure. Cheesecake brownie sandwich. Jesus.
Hash brownie? Is it a hash brownie sandwich? That's all that matters.
So yeah,
keep going. Oh,
go ahead.
So yeah, interesting schedule ahead, but I don't know. I mean, Woody, how much better do we think the run defense is going to be with just guys coming back?
TJ Edwards is going to help out a lot, and maybe with and I was watching a replay of last week. They had Brisker on a couple of DB blitzes. Kyler Gordon's going to be a big with him doing the rushing on the nickel defense and stuff like that. He may be able to stop the run in the backfield as well. But I think TJ Edwards is the key. I think he's going to help out this rush defense a lot when he comes back.
Well, then too, when there's a sack for you by Garrett. Was that Garrett? No, it's Collins. Oh, but there's a flag. That's how far behind I am. Your feed.
Holy shit! Well, Cleveland has the ball now.
Yeah, Cleveland has the ball.
Jesus, let me switch to different NFL network. Let me go SHD. Now that you can run, you're running Brisker on these blitzes, but now that you got Spidey in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
When they run them both on a blitz,
they won't.
Better.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's smart to run them both, because then it's gonna, if he finds like a slant pass.
They do though. Well, they show that sometimes they show them both, and then one peels out. But sometimes they both come, and when they both go, and I think having both of them with Edwards there makes that impact on that run game. So you run the risk of being burned on a pass play, but I think the run defense just gets better, just in terms of guys coming off an injury list. Let me see, Vinny. Dude, Tom Hurts, you guys. Yeah, you guys have so many offensive line issues right now. That's the other reason why we're not afraid of the Packers.
Oh, Chris Watson's coming back. He's going to get injured, and nobody's going to be touching him.
Well, he can't catch the ball anyways.
Mm-hmm. So the Bears are missing Edwards. They're missing Kyler Gordon. They're missing Jalen Johnson. So that's a big three for our defense.
And really, Jalen Johnson's the only one who played. He played like a quarter and a half this season before he went back to the IR.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but Gordon and Edwards have yet to play it down. So just getting those guys back is going to be a big boost to this defense. The run game on both sides of the ball for us sucks. I'm not faulting I don't really fault the running backs though. It's the offensive line, man. It's frustrating. The offensive line is ranked 4th in the NFL in pass protection right now, which is jumping up and down for joy. Thank God after the last couple of years, right? But we got to be like dead last in rush protection.
Oh yeah, we're close to that.
Yeah, real close to that. So
I mean,
they
even
have,
the Texans have a terrible offensive line, but they're able to run the ball. That Woody Marks guy is running the ball. So
how do we?
when the hole is open, Swift doesn't hit it.
But
And
it
then
doesn't
as
matter that
soon as he
there's an
gets
open
touched,
hole if he.
he's down.
Mike, here's the problem. It doesn't matter if he's got an open hole if he's got a guy on his feet or he's already running for his life because there's already someone in the backfield. So yeah, he's going to miss the open hole because he can't get to the open hole because he's got to adjust because there's already someone on his ass or on his ankle already. So that's an offensive line thing. If you give this and look, first off, he's an outside runner, not an inside runner. We all know that. But when he consistently, we can't get him to the outside because guys are in the backfield. The protection breaks down so fast. It doesn't matter who he put in there; it's not going to make a difference.
Here, Swift is the same guy that he was when he was in Philadelphia. He has similar stats last season with us, and then the year prior with Philly. So he's the same guy.
He ran for 950 last year. Yeah, and the offensive line was probably better on run protect last year than it is this year. For whatever reason, which is weird.
No, he's a great solid 2. He's an RB2.
Oh no, he's a 1 because he's got breakaway speed like no one else. If you get him to the outside, he's gone. See ya. We saw it last year. The problem is we can't get him to the outside. And the problem is we don't have a consistent that ball on the middle guy. But is that because the offensive line doesn't open it up for someone or get the offensive line gets
I'm
zero
not saying
points?
Swift is bad. He's serviceable, but he's not getting us going on the run game.
But what the focus isn't the running back here. The focus is the offensive line getting zero push. Zero push. If you watch the Bears' offensive line on runs, they're always getting pushed back. They're not pushing forward. They are getting zero push.
Okay, Ken.
No, don't okay, Ken. I mean, you watch the tape. Watch it. The offensive line is getting zero push.
He can only run the outside. He does great on the outside, but we need a guy who can run up the middle. That's why we had David Montgomery, right?
Okay,
he was the guy who put up the middle. He could break tackles. He cannot break tackles for shit. We cannot break tackles.
We could use a guy who, I think, and we all thought the 7th rounder, Manon guy, look, he's done decent, but his average is like 3.1 yards a carry or something because, once again, the offensive line gets zero push. They're part of that equation.
No,
right?
I think it doesn't matter what running back we have. The offensive line needs to do their job. They do their job. Any running back can do well for sure. I don't blame Swift. Look at our offensive play. It's a lot of shotgun. It's a lot of pass.
Trapillo is going to be a good right tackle. He did fine towards the end of that game. He contained Max Crosby as best as he could. And Theo Benedict, left tackle, he was better there.
But once again, that's pass protection and not the run offense. And that's where the problem is. Like Mike just said, we're not. It doesn't matter what running back we put back there, unless the offensive line gets push. It doesn't matter who we put that. We could get Alvin Kamara in his bloated contract. We could resurrect, Walter Payton put him back there.
Here's another thing. That's when it's hard to get in a rhythm for Swift or Manon guy when they're only running the ball like 17 times in a game. Swift gets like 13 carries. It's hard to get going. I'm surprised the play action is working as good as it is.
Well, we definitely need to run more for sure, I feel.
But
a lot of the offensive hurt last week was full starts and offensive penalties. And I'd like to mention Cole Kmet had 2 of those full start penalties.
Uncharacteristic of it. We talked about that Wednesday. I mean, it's not often we get you see that from Cole.
We're also talking about it could have been Caleb Williams' cadences as well, since it is uncharacteristic for Kmet.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe he's not hearing the play all the way, or he doesn't hear the count. That's on Caleb. You know, if that's true, it's on Caleb. He's got to speak up.
The other thing though with this though too though, and Mike, I think you just mentioned about the play action. The play action works so well without us establishing the run game because they're running Caleb. That's something that's different this year. Caleb's had designed runs. They don't always work great. You know, we had a couple that didn't work at all, but that's why play action's working because of the threat of Caleb running. That's why the play action still works. And if you look at the touchdown that DJ caught the other week, that whole touchdown was because they had to have a spy on Caleb. And because they had a spy on Caleb, that let DJ be free in the end zone. So I think, like, yes, you guys are right. We're not running the ball enough. The run game needs to get going. But, and we talked about this Wednesday, you can use pass to open the run. Normal convention is this. You need to, because we hear it all the time. You know, you got to establish the run game so you can establish the pass. You can also establish the run game by establishing the pass. You start passing enough, guys are like, well, we got to cover these receivers because they're getting quarterback protection and they're burning us with 35-yard chunk plays and pass. And then that pulls them back off the line a little bit, and you can get the run actually started by getting your pass offense going. So the inverse can happen, and that's what the Bears kind of do. I mean, look at the end of the game last week. The run was better at the end of the game. Why? Because of the pass offense was working better, and so they had to respect the pass. You see what I'm saying? So you can work the inverse. It just, you know, convention is, well, you got to run to get the pass. Who says you can't do it the other way?
It's always been run first, pass second. Yeah,
that's. But there are teams that look at teams some Super Bowl winning teams who were pass, never ran the ball. If you have a good offensive line that can protect the quarterback and receivers that can get open, which the Bears do now, it seems, because the offensive line ranked fourth in the NFL in pass protection, you don't need to establish the run game to get your pass game going. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But at some point, they have to respect your pass game so much it allows you to run the ball more.
I need a pick six or something here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I bet the under.
Can the offensive line Philip, that's a good question. Hey, you know, Mike just mentioned it, you know, because he was talking about the rookies coming in. With Trapio playing well, and he'll go back to the bench because
Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright will be back. But with the Canadian Eagle coming in for Braxton at left tackle, look, we've got, even once he goes down, Braxton Jones can come back up, and he's serviceable. So the funny thing about the Bears O-line this year, and Moody and I talked about this Wednesday and last week too, we have depth. We finally have depth. Now, if we lose anyone in the interior, that might be tested a little bit more, but on the tackles, it's weird. We have depth now.
Yeah, it's great. I think, you know, offense will come around. Just our defense, you know, with Sweat, they got to come around too, getting to the quarterback. It seems like they're not getting in, you know, making the quarterback shuffle around in the pocket and stuff like that. That's a must.
Well, they're doing part of that, Woody, though, because we've got 7 interceptions in the last 2 games, and that's not because the quarterback was sitting in a clean pocket.
Well, it seemed like that Cowboy game was. It seems like Dak was in there.
But they're applying because I agree with you, but one thing that, you know, they are applying enough pressure to make quarterbacks get rid of the ball maybe a little early or make bad decisions. So while we're not necessarily getting the sacks, they are creating situations that our DBs can play on. You know what I'm saying? Like they're making them rush throws or throw errantly. So like I would say like we're halfway there. Does that make sense?
Right.
I don't know. Either the mics. What do you think?
I think the clock should be still running because he didn't get out of bounds.
Well, it's like Tesla.
I'm watching this game too, Woody.
Yeah, me too.
I thought the same thing.
It's like
Come on,
Tesla
dude.
was so far out of bounds. I mean, they stopped the clock. Same thing here.
I thought they said there was a 10-second runoff.
I don't know. Unless they took it. No, they did not take a timeout.
So I don't know what do you man? I don't know what's up with my inside the box because my feed is so far behind.
You need to get rid of that free Wi-Fi from the neighbors. Can't get your own.
That's it. Okay, there you go. Now I'm top back up. Yeah, it's that free Wi-Fi from the neighbors. Damn it.
No, just sometimes you're behind. I'm the same way during certain games, depending.
I'm getting a lot of spinning circles here though today too. But it might be my supposedly 1 gig internet from Extreme. It sucks. I need to find better internet. That's always
Who do you go through, Ken? Charter?
No, Extreme Media. It's the cable company down here. Really, they're the only option. I'm thinking about going to Elon.
Big Media. That's MediaCom.
Yeah, it's MediaCom. I'm thinking about going to Elon's internet there, but right now the price is more expensive and the speeds aren't quite there yet. So I'm close, but most days I'm okay. But this morning, for whatever reason, they're being a little wonky. I need to have their text come out here because I'm not getting a gig down like I'm supposed to. I'm getting
about bitch.
bytes.
Well, I lost that bet.
Well, I take it there was a touchdown because I'm behind you. So, but yeah, I mean, Mike? What do you think about the D line and their issues? I mean, I think they're getting kind of close. They're only like doing halfway. You know what I mean? Oh, Addison with the touchdown. Good for my fantasy team. Thank you.
Fuck. Oh, that's done. Our line. The penalties got to stop. Stupid penalties got to stop. I'm more concerned about our defensive line. Not being able to stop the run, not being able to get to the quarterback. Thank God our secondary has been doing as good as they are with all the injuries we have. Just need somebody to clog up the hole. I mean, Montez is getting $25 million a year. He's got to get to the quarterback.
Dio is actually playing better at $8 million a year than Sweat is at $25 million a year. I said that Wednesday too. I think like on the pass rush, I'm like they're halfway there. They're like creating situations where quarterbacks are being uncomfortable, throwing bad balls or throwing early. But yeah, we're not stopping the run, which we kind of said a little bit. Hey, when we get Edwards and Spidey back, maybe that helps it. But yeah, I mean, sacks would be nice. Booker's coming back too, by the way. We get Booker back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna hold my breath if Booker can get a sack. God. I got a problem with Brisker. Is it me or is Brisker playing it safe? Because I was rewatching the game, and that first interception from Byard, he's running back to help Byard instead of blocking upfield. And that really pissed me off. He seems to be missing in some moments.
I think he might be playing it safe. He might be a hit away for another concussion.
I don't think he's not hitting like he did before, but remember he had to retrain his entire body based off that concussion, which obviously it wasn't your everyday run-of-the-mill concussion, considering he was out like 10 weeks, 11 weeks from it. So I don't think it was like a normal concussion. Remember, because he even said he had to retrain his entire nervous system. So I would say he's probably not hitting. I mean, as far as he's in position, he is making some plays, but yeah, I mean, the pop that I think we saw his first couple years is not necessarily there as much. But isn't that kind of like par for course with guys as they get older anyways, to a degree? Mm-hmm. I don't know how much of this injury related, I guess is what I'm saying.
He's not that old.
No, but I mean, he had the head injury, so it's not a physical injury, but schemes change. Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with you, but I think that like we probably see a little bit of a difference anyways, just because of the way the scheme is. I think he's not hitting like he used to,
Yeah, this has got to be a Hail Mary.
Yep.
and he's not taking nearly as many risks as he used to.
Or a short out, and then
You better launch that motherfucker.
Dude,
Oh, wow.
Cleveland's tough, man. I mean, they're playing everyone close. I mean, except last week.
Is there
But
flags? I hear whistling.
Gabriel is going to be a good quarterback for them. As Shiduki is going to spend more time on the bench.
Oh, somebody called timeout.
Minnesota? Oh, they intercepted it.
Yeah, Minnesota called. Oh, I hope you didn't fuck yourself over. Oh, he's pissed.
It figures as he throws the Hail Mary, I get the spinning circle of death on my screen. There's the interception. Yeah. Oh, but did they call timeout before the play? Is that what the discussion is? Oh, they did.
O'Connell's.
Watch it. What if this comes and bites him in the ass?
O'Connell said he didn't call the timeout.
He did.
No, I didn't call timeout, and there's a video of him calling a timeout.
Oh, he was into
Oh,
it.
right.
He called the timeout. He was anxious to get it.
Oh, so he's pissed off that they played the play. But it wouldn't matter anyway if you got the timeout, dipshit. Look at him.
That's done.
What do you think I'm calling? What do you think? I read his lips. What do you think I'm calling? Your fucking wife? That's what he said to the referee. Nice.
Yeah.
Damn. This is that fucking touchdown.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Yeah. So, okay, trade deadline is the Tuesday of after the Week 8 game. Are we buying? Are we selling? What do you guys think we're doing? Or are we standing pat?
Selling Montez Sweat.
Lions game or what?
I think we're set. I don't think they make a move.
If we do, I said this on Wednesday, cornerback. That's
Oh,
it.
dude.
That's it.
Oh, did he get a
No, he
did
didn't
he
get
got
out
a
of bounds.
bounds?
No.
Yeah, he didn't make it out of bounds.
Okay. Damn.
They didn't give him a chance to get a Hail Mary off.
Yeah, not a bad first game for Gabriel though. Hey, Cleveland fans, you know, they're gonna get there. Let me go. No, I can go to my normal. I'm with you. I'm with kind of with Woody and Mike in this. I think with Woody, I think if there is a corner worth spending money on or capital on, then yeah, we will get a corner. But the problem is who's going to be out there? Because I mean, we got money now. We could have already signed a corner that's out there, but we haven't because there isn't anyone worth the expending capital on. That's
Right.
the way. So the same is with the trade deadline. It's got to be worth it. The one guy that's going to be interesting is going to be Trey Hendrickson. And I know, Mike, you're like, sell Montez.
That's if Cincinnati's not winning.
Well, yeah. So if they lose this week, which they probably will, if they lose next week, which they probably will, they're probably selling them because they're not going to re-sign them because they don't have the money to re-sign them next year. I mean, if you look at last year, the contract negotiation this year with them, I don't know. It doesn't look good for them to keep him. I could see him being traded for a second rounder to at least get a pick. The Bears could do it, and then that helps you, Mike, with wanting to get rid of Montez.
I would include Montez in the deal.
I wouldn't because you don't have to. Why would I give up any kind of asset on the field? I mean, okay, it makes sense.
Make the money make sense.
It makes sense in terms of money, but
Yeah.
that's what Cincy doesn't have. So I don't know if they want to take on his contract. I guess is the point I'm making there. You can always trade him later, but now you can put him in rotation, and maybe that makes him more lethal. Because now you could have a rotation of Dio, Trey Hendrickson, and Sweat. That's a pretty nice little combination that might help Sweat stay relevant. You see what I'm saying? And you're only giving up draft capital, and then you're losing your number 4. So Booker might go to the practice squad.
Oh, I like him.
I know. Well, maybe not even Booker, someone else. So someone else that we can afford to go to the practice squad will then go to the practice squad.
I would think Hippolyte would go to the practice squad because he's on special teams, but he's played I think 1 defensive snap.
It could be
defense,
Hippolyte.
so it could be Hippolyte, I would think.
It could be Hippolyte. So I mean, but right now after minus Trey Hendrickson, I can't think of a player that might be a team might be looking to trade that the Bears would be interested in.
Hold on, Aaron Andrews is calling me. I got to answer the phone. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Tell her I said hey.
Yeah. Whew. Anyway.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I agree with Woody. I think a corner would be good, right? Protect against injury, especially with Jalen being out. Even though Tyreek Stevenson is playing phenomenally this year, I don't know. I mean, what? I mean, offensively, do we need anything?
We would say running back, but I'd rather take a chance on our young guys. Like, why isn't Brown getting in? Let's see what he can do. I'd rather give those guys an opportunity before go and do something, in free agency or trade.
And me and Ken were talking on Wednesday. I actually said this last Sunday as well. With them only putting Roshan on special teams, is that us saying that he's on his way out?
I saw an article after we talked, Woody, about this, that they're going to try to get him more involved in the run game.
He's the substitute for Homer until he gets back.
Well, I would definitely get rid of Homer.
I would just cut him. Yeah, I would just cut him.
Homer can get cut. I mean, and like I know there was some people talking about, we're going to try to get Kamara. Yeah, this year the money works out, but his cap hit next year is like $18 million. It's like, no, thank you.
In order to take on to a big contract, you got to lose a big contract.
Well, we would, and I don't know who. And then you come down to who you can cut, and it's like, is it Edmonds? Well, Edmonds is playing really well. Is it Kmet? Well, overall, Kmet's playing well receiving. He had 2 false starts, but he's doing well. Well, is it Swift? Well, that doesn't save you enough money.
So the question is if say something we get rid of Edmonds, Sewell's playing great. Do you think he'd be a great every down linebacker?
I don't think so. He's playing. He's been tackling, yes, but he's got a lot of speed and he's overrunning. Like, against the Raiders, he blew past Geno. He blew right past. He had him in his sights.
But that's going to improve, though. Let's be honest. With Sewell,
I would say that has to improve. I think he spent too much time on special teams.
With Sewell, this is his real first gameplay as a Bear because the first 2 years he's been in the league, he's been injured more than he's been on the field. So this is the first real looks they've got him. I think that's correctable, what he's doing. You love to see the aggression, how he's getting after it, and he'll learn how to take better angles than that in the NFL. Edmonds, it's hard to get rid of him, man. I mean, he's in the top 6 in tackles in the league, and he's playing well. And the contract, but
I would say they're probably going to wait till the end of the season to see how well he did.
Well, we'll see how Edwards is injured too, because Edwards is leading this team in tackles. We'll see how when he comes back. I mean, when it seems like when Edwards is in there, Edmonds ain't doing shit.
Right.
Is it that he's not?
I don't know about that. It's just this good duo. Did not like you see that? That's what TJ Edwards in too. Not every game, but it's going to be hard to replace Edmonds for sure.
Well,
if they do let him go. But they let go of Roquan when he was the leading tackler on the team for years. So, they could, but the way he's playing, I'd like for him to stay.
That
But
was
the
the
other
money
piece,
thing.
though- yeah, but
But
the other piece,
if you go back the last 2 years, see the stats on Edwards tackles and Edmonds. It's not like a Lance Briggs and Urlacher duo. I don't think there'll be ever duo like that. But if you go back and look at Edwards stats with Edmonds in there, them together, Edmonds' numbers are down. That's why his numbers are up, because either A, it's, you know, because he's probably got the fire in his ass to say, hey, you might not be on this team next year.
but the other piece of this though is mentality though too. Like we're in a build to win now, not a strip it down mode. So if you've got pieces that are working, you're not going to want to get rid of them. If Edmonds is working, if Komet is working, and they're doing what you want them to do, unless you can replace them for less money, you're not going to move them. You see what I'm saying? So like that's what Mike is saying. Like, look at Edmonds is like he's a yin to that Edwards yang, so to speak, and right now he's playing really good. Like he's leading the team in a lot of areas. He's ranked well in the league. It's going to be kind of hard to get rid of him with Sewell, who's playing a different piece of the linebacking position than Edmonds. So we don't know how he'd play in Edmonds' spot full time. We know he's playing in Edwards' spot full time, and he's playing well, but he's not as good on the run as Edwards is.
Well,
When we got Edmonds, I literally had high hopes for him, saying that he led this in the category. He's doing this. He's still doing this, and it's still, he's going to get replaced. Like, what can the man do? Good question.
I think, if anything, the Bears.
No,
I think
you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
no,
yes.
I do. I like Sewell for sure. I do.
Don't you want a player playing good so he has better value to go on another team if he's not working together good with his partner as in Edwards? I'm telling you, go back and look at them stats the last 2 years.
I understand. I'll definitely look at the stats, but the stats still in favor of Edmonds. Yeah, when Edwards and Edmonds on the field together, Edwards takes some of the tackles for sure, but Edmonds is still up there in the categories. He's still playing well.
Okay, so why in the beginning of the year, everybody, not just us, all Bears people, podcast shows saying Edmonds, if he doesn't do good this year, he's gone. Even though it's money. The contract.
He's not living up to the contract.
So if he doesn't,
it's purely based on the contract, because people are looking at we might have cap issues next year. What are the contracts that we can get rid of? And there's 3 where the Bears, it would make sense financially speaking. Let's say Edmonds, Komet, and Swift are the 3 that you could cut and not take that much, or if any, dead cap. And that's why those guys are being talked about, because it's not that even that Komet, like with Komet's solid, right? Yeah, okay, last week he had 2 false starts, but that's it. I mean, that's not the character. When we throw the ball to him, the offense hums. When he's in there, the offense, and he's making plays, the offense is much better. But we look at, but we can save $10 million and only take $1 million in dead, which is nothing if we get rid of him. That's why people bring up Komet. That's why we bring up Edwards, because we can get rid of him and save $18 million.
But when a player is playing well, for the money that he's getting paid and he's earning that contract. Now, if you're thinking of somebody else on the defense that isn't quite earning their contract, we traded for him. Like, we just gonna have Sweat on the trading block, or maybe get rid of him?
You could trade Sweat. I'm not sure how the dead money. If you cut Sweat, the dead money is stupid. He's $25 million a year for the next 3 years on the cap hit. The dead money when you trade could be different. I don't think we wouldn't have any dead money. We might have some dead money because of signing bonus, but it would depend on the dead money piece. Because now you get into the financial piece of that. That's like, why don't we trade for Alvin Kamara? He's only $8 million this year. Yeah, but he's $18 million next year. So that's the other level.
So you're saying if we sign Kamara, like say for example, Bears sign Kamara,
right?
Trade for Kamara. Is that saying Swift's on his way out? Like he's done?
No, I mean, I'm making the argument though, like, okay, people will say, well, we can people aren't thinking the full. They don't think it out fully. Is what I'm saying. Like they're saying, hey, we can go get Kamara. His cap hit this year's $8 million. So when you prorate for the trade, it's like $6 million. We got $8 million. So yeah, we can afford it. Let's do it. Yeah, but the guy's under contract for 2 more years, and his cap hit next year's 18 mil, and we can't afford that. So that would prohibit the Bears from maybe even trying to make that deal, because next year he's worth 18. So you go to Montez Sweat. Okay, any team that's going to trade for Montez Sweat is looking at 50 million cap hit for the next 2 years after this. Do they really want to spend that? You see what I'm saying? So that's the other piece of it. It's not just like, well, yeah, the player can help me now, but it's also, can I afford to do this past just this year if it's a guy who's got 2 or 3 years left on a contract? That's a consideration these GMs play with, because could we trade if let's say we trade for Trey Hendrickson? Could we trade Montez Sweat? I mean, Bears fans would be like, yes, trade him. But the problem is, who's going to trade him with us with them having to pay $25 million the next 2 years? A year. You see what I'm saying?
Who knows? I mean,
like Bear Down Mike is like, well, why don't we just trade a Montez Sweat for him? Okay, great. I'd love it. But for them, they're like, well, we can't afford the $25 million, or we just re-sign Trey Hendrickson, who's making less. Do you see what I'm saying?
Who knows? We just give our opinions. We'll probably sign a field goal kicker at trade deadline.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But when we look at the trades, though, that's the other piece we got to look at, especially if it's a guy, if it's a rental to rental, like Trey Henderson, that's a rental, unless you plan on signing him to an extension. Like Montez Sweat was a rental who we extended right away. So, but if you're just going to use him as a rental, that's one thing. It's easy peasy. You're going to give up some draft capital for a guy to play your last 8 or 9 games and maybe help you make a run. But if you're going to be trading the guy or trading either way to bring in or to ship out, the other piece of that consideration, if they're not a rental, if they're a guy with 2 or 3 years on a contract, is, okay, great, I'm going to get this guy, but can I afford him next year? Or am I going to have to cut people I don't want to cut?
We'll see.
So Sweat might be a tough move for us, kind of like Kamara is going to be tough, or most of the Saints guys on their roster are tough moves because of their contracts. Sweat could be, if we would really trade Sweat, he's going to be a harder move unless there's a team that they think will bring great value to their team, and they're willing to pay that contract for the next 2 years.
And that's the problem, finding a team that's willing to do that to a guy who doesn't have a sack on the season.
That's what I'm saying. The more better stats they have, the more value there are to other teams that go after them.
Edmonds is made right, and that's where Woody's argument comes. Like, you could trade Edmonds, because if you were going to cut him to be a casualty of the cap for next year, and you can replace him with, say, with Sewell this year, or a cheaper player who can do the same thing, then yeah, you could probably find a trading partner for him, for someone who really needs a linebacker, like, say, Baltimore again.
Yeah.
The problem's going to be finding that trading partner who's willing to spend the money on him.
We'll see.
But hey, guys, we'll be back Wednesday night. At least Woody and I were. I don't know if either of the mics will.
Probably not.
Yeah, just be Woody and I thinking about the jersey with a patch on it on Wednesday. So make sure you join us Wednesday night for Halas Hall at 7 p.m. Central. That's 8 on the East. Ken and Ken in the morning every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central, 11 on the East. We'll be back. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Unfortunately, the Brownies lost today. I swear the Browns have never had so much fan support in the North than they have this year with the NFC North. 3 teams in NFC North supporting them almost every week. But we'll be back Wednesday, and we'll start talking about the Monday Night Football game. Of course, we'll be right back here next Sunday for another pregame, which we'll talk about Monday Night Football again. But, guys, enjoy the games. I mean, we just watched one. We got another, 8-10 hours of football to watch today.
Red zone today.
Games. Yeah, some good games. The Lions game might be pretty good. Right. A pretty good shellacking is what it'll be. But there's some good games to watch today, so enjoy football. Maybe look for guys that we might be trading for and teams that aren't doing so well, like New Orleans or Carolina, who I don't know if they'll ever want to trade with us again. But enjoy the
Simmons from Tennessee. I'm watching him.
But enjoy the football, guys. We're out of time. We'll see you tomorrow morning on Ken and Wednesday back here at Halas. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Bear down.
Bear down.
Bear down.